I say I'm hungry, he feeds me. I say I'm cold, he turns the heat up. Like, what the fuck? I saw a spider, he scans the room, helps me out. What the fuck? We both watched as Strade struggled helplessly, then slumped to the floor. We have to make out in front of his dead body now. I have an idea. Why don't you have a go? Hello? Right after he's like, get the fuck out of my face. Like, what world are we living in? This was a goodbye. But don't worry. Sorry. I'm sorry. We can both get out of here.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Ugh. What are you doing? What the fuck is he doing? His hands gripped my thighs and he shoved me towards the armrest of the couch. Hello my loves, I'm Degenerate, and welcome back to You Kill Me Every Time. Once again, this is right after I recorded the last part, because I'm addicted to this game. Last time we got two endings, you refused to entertain him and you loved him too much. I was talking a bit to the council up here, and I think maybe I should start picking more aggressive options. Like a mixture of, you know, feeling the normal pain, but also being like, fuck you, bitch ass nigga, you know, stuff like that. Because while I was, obviously in the last part, while I was, you know, picking random shit, I get different dialogue for just myself, right? Because we were more aggressive. We were like, oh, we're gonna kill, I'm gonna kill you, you bitch ass. Stuff like that. And if we have that attitude, something could possibly change about our actions. But that's obvious, though. It's just that I'm thinking out loud, you know? Obviously, we're not gonna, like, be, you know, nice in the beginning. We're just... have an attitude, stuff like that. Like, be... you know? Be aggressive. Be aggressive. So I'm not gonna introduce myself properly, stuff like that. But I'm also not gonna say nothing and stuff, or not react. I had to open my window as well. It's too hot in here to be not playing this specific game, this sweaty game, in 80-degree weather, inside. So no, this little fan I have on my desk is never enough. I'm gonna say I'm good. It's like, you know, it's not specifically no thanks, because that's a little more polite, but whatever. No. Yeah, let's do that one. Anything that has in it, like, you, right? I said I didn't want one. Be more aggressive. I guess I want to keep being intrigued by his work, I guess. Let's do the odd project one. Keep pace, or no, just push his arm away. We're not gonna do anything that's demeaning, obviously. We're gonna pick shit that's like sarcastic, disrespectful. Oh, we get attack him this time. Interesting. We're gonna attack, because that's way more aggressive than just biting. It seems we've had that option before. Guess I forgot. Get away. Resist. Is that a trick question? Sarcasm. Tomorrow. Wait. Threaten him. We're not gonna... that one. Stay still. What happened to going slow? More sarcasm. If I say nothing, he just does it anyway, right? Did I wear you out? That's a shame. Let's fix you up anyway. Okay, he does do it anyway. I tucked my chin defensively. He lowered the needle. Okay. Yeah, he just does it. Of my stab wounds. Okay. Shake it off. Attitude. Shh, say nothing. I let him walk away. The stairs creaked as he thumped casually up to the door. Alright, let's... Should I even acknowledge we're in? Yeah, it's fine. Let's say hey this time. Come back! Help me. This is hopeless. Hopelessness closed in on me again. I heard thumping upstairs. The door opened and heavy footsteps descended. Hey, buddy. What the fuck? All I had to do was say hey? He thought I was calling him. Oh my gosh. This is about to be awful. He thought I was calling him. I wasn't. I recoiled against the pole. Not him. Oh my god. I heard you calling. Was someone down here? Tell the truth or lie? Oh, there's the other lie option. Thank you for telling me. Now I know how to do it. There has to be another option to lying. There goes the fucking plane. Alright. We are going to keep that option open by overriding it here. And we're going to lie. I was calling for you. Because I love you. For me? Well, what do you need? I'm hungry. I'm cold. I saw a spider. This is an interesting turn of events. Alright. I'm hungry. Let's do that one, the first one. Please, I'm starving. It wasn't even a lie. There goes more noise. I forgot to come feed you. The relief at him believing me was giving way to annoyance at being starved by accident. He sauntered over to a small fridge and hummed. This is fresh. He took something from the fridge and stopped in front of the sink. He pulled out a cup from the cabinet and filled it with tap water. Here. Water and roast beef sandwich. I was embarrassed at how quickly my mouth started watering. He held the water in front of my face and nodded. He's not going to untie me? I swallowed, hyper-aware of my dry throat. I can't worry about my pride now. I leaned forward and touched my lips to the rim of the cup. He tilted it gently and I gulped it greedily. About halfway through, I coughed and sputtered from trying to drink too quickly. He only laughed lightly and leaned in. Relax. I'm not gonna take it away. My cheeks flushed. I couldn't dwell on it. I leaned forward and let him offer me the rest. Good. He took the sandwich from its plastic bag and held it up for me in the same way. This time there was no hesitation. I immediately went for a huge bite. It was probably an average sandwich, but right then, in that moment, it was divine. I kept taking bites, trying to remind myself to chew properly. I was only semi-aware that he was watching me intently. I was too hungry to care. Eventually, he held the last bite-sized piece up to me, and I took it like the rest. As I chewed and finally finished eating, he dusted his hands off. He's not even... I'm looking at him now, like, I'm genuinely looking at him. And he's not even, like, fat, you know? Like, fat. He's more like chubby. I don't know. Let's get a picture, though, to commemorate this moment. A wave of intense relief washed over me. I hadn't realized how bad it was. He looked so much happier. I was snapped back to my reality, with him in front of me. I'm glad you called me. Now you'll have more energy tomorrow. The word tomorrow seemed to echo in my head. But you still need your rest. Go get some sleep. He made his way over to the staircase, then climbed the stairs, humming again. And once again, I was left alone in the dark. I finally let go of the tension I was holding. That went a lot better than I expected. The terror of the situation was ebbing away. And there was a small... Oh, there was a meal in my stomach. My heavy eyelids slid closed. I fell asleep soon after. Okay, so if you do that, you're not getting anything. Like, you can't look around. Alright, back to being sarcastic and, you know, why even ask? Seemed pretty hungry last night. Well, let's start off with a bit of breakfast. You need your energy. I don't want it. I choose you letting me go. You always make me laugh. That's good. Drill or hammer? Drill. Hammer. Fuck. We're not gonna... I don't want to make like me too much. Why don't you shove it up your ass? He laughed in reply. I know I can count on you for a laugh. Dodge. Okay. Oh shit, he popped up anyway. Attack him. No, wait, that leads to death. Stay still. I call it a hobby table. Can we make crafts instead? I felt him slap the back of my head playfully. Okay. Like, it would be really awesome if you didn't turn it on. No. Yeah. We always lose our fingers. Doesn't matter how nice you are to this nigga, bro. I wanted to scream or lunge at him. Something new. My limbs shook as I tried to move, but I couldn't do much more than groan miserably at him. Is that all you can manage? Come on. There's... Hello? I used the last shred of my energy to try and escape his hands, but I could barely even stay conscious. I struggled to keep my eyes open as I stared angrily at him. Alright, let's finish this. I promise to write you after you let me go. More jokes? You were always funny if nothing else. Nothing else? Come on! Think of all the great times we had together. All the... My breath hitched in my throat. All the great times we're gonna have. We're not going to have any more great times. Okay. Alright. I was sarcastic to the very end, though. That's good. But whatever. Let's go back here and see what happens. Let's tell the truth. I don't know what I saw. I think someone was looking at me. But it's dark and it was so fast. Oh. I waited for him to continue to explain. But he just seemed to think for a moment. I think you should just try to get some sleep. I furrowed my brows in confusion. What? You need your rest. Day tomorrow. Relax. No one will bother you tonight. Okay. Before I could reply, he turned and left. He climbed the stairs and shut the door. Simply sat there bewildered for a moment. Did I even actually see anything? Something was bothering me about what he said, but I couldn't put my finger on it. I huffed out a sigh and slumped against my bonds. Obey Strade and rest. Stay awake. I think we're gonna take the knife this time. Oh yeah, this is what I was looking for. Grab the knife and close the drawer. I go up the stairs. What then? Yep. Oh wait, did I fall down the stairs? No wait, I didn't. Panic and darkness closed my throat as I desperately tried to suck in a gulp of air. Uh-oh. Oh, well, now I'm gonna fall down the stairs. Agony finally started to creep into my reality. Oh, my already overwhelming senses. The hurried thumping down the stairs barely registered against my desperation. Finally, I was able to take in a breath. I guess I'll take that one too. Oxygen carried the screaming message of every muted nerve to my brain. A broken wail escaped my body. What's up? What were you up to? I instinctively searched for the knife. It was on the floor, uselessly out of reach. Ah. With a pang of terror, I realized he saw the knife too. So you got loose, and you were thinking to come and get me upstairs. He suddenly laughed. That's brave. I should have been more careful. You really might have killed me. Well, look at you now. I didn't want to look. The pain was blinding. I didn't want to see. That's obviously broken. Oh, brother. I glanced down and immediately lurched to the sight. Aside from my unnatural angle, I could also see what looked like my bone. I felt lightheaded. How do you feel? Broken anywhere else? Boop. Answer angrily. How do you think I feel? My bone is sticking out. What do you fucking care anyway? You're just gonna kill me. Just get over with already. You still have energy to yell, that's good. I can't leave you like that. My breath caught in my throat. The thought of him doing anything to me was too much. Need to set it at least. Wrap it. He got up and left me twisted on the floor. Oh man. I tried to make sense of the situation as I heard him rifle through drawers. Why is he hurting me? Why isn't he angry? Why isn't he hurting me? Oh, I was about to say. And why would he even bother setting my bone? I froze. Setting my bone. He's gonna... My stomach flipped. I'm sorry I didn't catch up you, sorry. I'm sorry I didn't catch you up there. What? I was so shocked to see you on the stairs I didn't think to grab you. Before you fell. Oh my god. You're sorry? You stabbed me in the leg. It's okay. Just get this over with. What are you sorry for? I was trying to kill you. You're sorry? You stabbed me in the leg. That was on purpose. This was an accident. I should have tied you better too. Now hold still. I screamed at his hands. I screamed as his hands clamped around my broken leg. I finally noticed the look in his eye. The sweat on his forehead. My scream eventually faded, and all that was left was our panting. His fingers trailed around my mangled leg. My arms slid, and my head fell to the floor. Part of my mind warning me about this threatening touch was starting to fade. You passing out? His fingers switched over my skin. Can't get excited. The lightheaded feeling was coming back. This time I was thankful for it. I vaguely felt him wrapping my leg in something. I couldn't lift my head anymore. Let my consciousness and my pain slip away. Wonderful. My brother. Why are you even asking? I don't want it. And your leg, well, that's not looking so good. But we can't expect much for that. Oh my god! He won't do anything to my leg. It's already broken. There's not much. You can't do more, right? Or are you gonna do the other leg? You gonna shock me? Ooh! Fuck. Oh my god. I looked down at my mangled body. My throat tightened. He's going to do more. Yeah. I choose letting me go. What are you going to do to me if my leg is already broken? That one. Oh my god, I forgot. It's not the leg. It's my hand. I don't know. He laughed wholeheartedly. You forgot which hand you use? You're so funny. He took a moment to settle himself. Okay. I'll just pick for you, don't worry. He grabbed my arm. He wasn't waiting anymore. Panic exploded to the front of my mind. Then he pushed the cold, blunt tip into my skin. With bruising force. Yeah, we're gonna tense up. I tensed my body and clenched my teeth. He pulled the trigger, and in agony like I've never felt, shot through my arm to the rest of my body. We're gonna die early. I'll be nice and put it in the leg that you already ruined last night. Why? No! Oh my god. For a fleeting moment, I experienced true hell. I was too weak to move, but my heart was racing. Something was wrong, I could feel it. What's wrong? I tried to move my fingers. They felt cold. After managing a slight twitch, I couldn't move even my smallest finger anymore. I can't move. I felt something dull and far away, like panic, but muted. Yeah? Are you okay? I felt his hand lift and cradle my face. Answer me! My lips no longer answered the commands of my mind. Not even my eyelids obeyed. You're passing out? Hey! He shook my face. Ugh, not again. My mind was screaming. I want to hit him so bad. Like, I wish this was happening so I could hit him. I'm so dead ass. I want to bite you. I want to bite your ear off. I'm that angry. I want to bite his nose clean off. Clean off. His new name is Voldemort. Shit. A sense of fear crept through my body, expanding like a dark flower. But it wasn't fear. It was like nothing I've ever felt. Let me die, game. Give me my coin at least. It was a bit like falling, only there wasn't any direction. It was as though nothing surrounded me, not even darkness. A void of absence I had no context for. It consumed me. Your life bled out. See, that's just another way to, you know, get that one. Alright, this is the honey part right here. We have to do this one. Let's lie. And say I saw a spider. He immediately burst out laughing. He saw a spider. Yes, spiders do sometimes live in basements. I shifted nervously, hoping he would take my fear as embarrassment. It scared me. It did. He scanned the room briefly. Well, no sign of a scary spider now. I tried my best to look relieved, offering a shaky smile. You're very easy to scare. It's no problem. We just try to forget about spiders for now. You need rest. Big day tomorrow. I pressed myself against the pole. He flashed me a grin before he left. He climbed back up the stairs as I weathered a new wave of fear. I suppose it could have been worse. I closed my eyes and tried to will myself to calm down. Eventually my body let go of its tension. But as I fell asleep, an echo of shining eyes played in my mind. Let's just go back and exhaust every option. I'm cold. He stared at me incredulously. Incredulously? I fucking hate that word. For a moment before cracking into a sharp laugh. You're cold? You called me for this. I can't sleep. I didn't know you were so delicate. I could feel my cheeks flushing. That's alright though. Actually, it's more than alright. I'm glad for this. We'll have lots of fun tomorrow. I couldn't help but gulp. Well, don't worry, I'll turn the heat up. I want you to get lots of rest. Brother, he just accommodates for me. Like, what the hell? Could have been a lot worse. We know this part. Oh, it got warmer. No way. Like, he actually did it. Yo, that's the shit that pisses me the fuck off. Okay, and then the same thing, he feeds me. I say I'm hungry, he feeds me. I say I'm cold, he turns the heat up. Like, what the fuck? I saw a spider, he scans the room, helps me out. What the fuck? I mean, I even told the truth. What? I thought I would get like some dialogue from Ren where he's like, oh, you almost ratted me out, stupid bitch. Like, something like that. I don't know, something. Like, give me something. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Ugh, answer miserably. I could barely understand what he was saying. Oops. I don't know. I could barely get words out between my tears. A gasp of pain. Oh, stop. You're gonna make me.
What the fuck?
He took a few deep, shaky breaths. The bizarre display actually took my mind off the pain a little. Anyway, well, I can't leave you like that. My breath caught in my throat. Thought of him doing anything to me was too much. Need to set it at least. Wrap it. Tell you sorry for? I was trying to kill you. Of course you were. That's only natural. Still, I have no interest in breaking you like this. This was an accident. Now hold still. Why even ask? Quickly. Hungry. Ugh. Thank you. Please, no more. Hammer. It does the least amount of damage to me. Ignore him. Just stare dully ahead. There's no point in playing this game. He's just going to do whatever he wants anyway. Don't worry, I'll be nice. Why though? Stop looking. I want to see something. Tell the truth. Get awake. Okay. That. And rest. No, you can't. I don't want it. Please. If I don't act like I'm gonna do it, maybe he won't check.
Correct!
Whatever. Please, no. That's not an answer. I let out a defeated sigh as I felt a drop of blood run down my arm. You took the knife, right? Let me go back. I totally forgot. Might hurt. Wait, he never took the knife.
Yes!
Holy shit. Guys. He didn't take the knife. I still have it. I think in order for him to come closer to me, I need to ask him who he is instead of what he is. I thought I had to keep up the aggression. That one. Why come down here? There we go. He comes close to me. As long as you ask who he is.
Finally!
Perfect. All of this work paid off. It's time to cut a bitch. Go. As he got closer. I don't like doing this, but when you've died as many times as I have and you get frustrated, yeah, you're gonna want to cut anybody you see. Not for reals though, just because conveniently. As he got closer, I reached under my thigh to grasp the knife I'd hidden. It's time to go stabby stabby. If I die, I die. Fuck. I don't care. I really don't. If he won't help me escape, he's too far gone. I guess. My fingers closed around the handle. He's not the barrier to freedom. To freedom! I lunged at him with all the strength and speed I could muster. Dick move. Ah. Bam! Mine now. It's mine. I own that picture. He stumbled back. He moved so quickly I barely got him. Oh no! He's mad at me, guys. Oh! He leaped and slammed me against the pole. I know. I was helping you. I just want to take you and just... I gripped the knife and tried to get it between us. A clawed hand slashed at my wrist. Oh no. And the knife fell uselessly to my side. That did not last very long. Couldn't react before another blow landed on my chest. I slid down to the ground, trying to shield myself from his attacks with my arms. A hand lashed out and grabbed my head, then slammed it into the concrete floor. Oh yeah, I know the shortcut for taking a picture, because I'm that smart. Keep fighting? Oh yeah. I can't give up. I screamed as he dug his claws into my bandaged arm. Not the bandaged arm! But I kept searching the floor with my free hand for the knife. I'm gonna kill you myself. Yay! That's way better. My finger connected with the grip and adrenaline surged through my body. Stabby stabby. I slammed the blade towards him. Oh, fuck. I got you, buddy. Uh-oh. Looky here, how the turntables. He blocked the knife, but the momentum tossed him to the floor. Oh no. I pushed the knife again, aided by gravity. I aimed for his heart. Closer. Oh, poor baby. Guys, I'm too far gone. Something smashed into my side with the force of a sledgehammer. Oh. I'm too far gone. Taking that as well. Slowly, I began to register the second figure in the basement. He'd kicked me off. What were you doing down here? That's crazy. I told you it was dangerous. Dangerous? No way. If I was like actually like submissive and stuff, I guess this part wouldn't actually happen. There's blood everywhere. Like, what the fuck? He looks half dead already. And now I have to clean up the mess. Aw. Was it the axe? I tried to scramble away, but his foot landed on my gut. Should've threw up right there. Now you got blood and throw up. Should've pissed and shit myself too. Give you a task. I didn't think I would ever have to worry about you fighting with our guests. Oh no. I didn't mean to. I wasn't finished either. Yeah, I know. My itch hasn't been scratched. Ooh. Looks like that's your job again now. Yo. Wait, please. I apologize. I'm serious. You don't have to kill D. We could just say goodbye. Dang. He sighed dejectedly as he raised the axe. No! Comedy hour! I raised my arms to defend myself one last time. You got the axe! Let's go! Oh, I thought I meant fight Ren to the death. Oh my god. That was fun. I liked that. Let's do that again. Let's keep fighting and fail. My injuries held me back. Not before. He tossed my blade far across the basement. A bald fist hit me in the gut. Ow. I wheezed, trying to speak. You win! Goddamn! I screamed as his claws dug into my bandaged arm. You think you can try to kill me and then call time out? Huh? You fucking idiot? He practically hissed through his teeth. Maybe I should let Strade finish you off. Okay. You didn't sound very happy about that before. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. He can cut little bits of you and make you swallow them. I guess? That's the second time you guys pitched that. Just do it already then. And I'll be sitting upstairs in a bubble bath listening to you cry and choke. A bubble bath. Oh, look at you. Wait a minute, a bubble bath? When you finally stop, I'll make some fucking popcorn. Oh, not chicken hearts? What are you doing? What are you threatening me with? Did you know he has cameras down here? Yeah. He's gonna watch you scream and bleed to death on repeat while he jacks off. Wow, I didn't know that. You're telling me shit I already know. Honey bunches of oats. Like, come on now. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Dick all shriveled up and everything. Bitch ass nigga, man. I'm gonna get both of you. A laugh from the stairs interrupted us both. You're being cruel, Ren. Like, what? I'm taking this. We both stared, paralyzed by the third figure emerging from the darkness. So, what's going on? His eyes were locked on Ren. The question wasn't for me, obviously. D tried to kill me. Really? Strade gave me an appraising glance, but kept his attention on Ren. Why would D try to kill you? Like, what? This time he focused on me. Blame fear. What the fuck? Guys, are we ready? Like, and I'm not asking like you guys as in guys, I'm talking about these two. Like, are you guys ready? For the ride of your life, let's go. I'm here. I've got a proposition for you both. Right? We're obviously gonna pick all of these, but I'm gonna do fear first. I was scared. I don't know. It was scary. He had a tail and ears and... You're gonna fucking kill me, like... I had to do anything. No way. I had to do something, anything. Something about seeing Ren just as scared of Strade sent a wave of regret through me. Oh no. It wasn't his fault. He didn't do anything. I just don't want to die down here. Start crying. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. Question mark? Strade's laugh abruptly cut off my train of thought. Maybe I've asked my question wrong. Ren? Why would D be able to try to kill you? Uh-oh. Because I came down into the basement while you have a guest. Uh-oh. That's right. Yeah. Why would you do that? A little awkward. I just wanted to talk to somebody. Strade took a moment to think about Ren's reply. You were lonely, weren't you? Yeah. Ah, yes. You were lonely and you came to speak to D. Only to be attacked. Can see why you'd be angry. I think you should finish this fight. Oh no. I'm so like mad right now. Guys, I'm honestly fuming. Can you see it in my face? It wouldn't be right for me to take it from you after all that. I mean, I don't want to kill D. Liar. Not really. All they do is lie. It'll be easy. Just put your teeth on D's neck. Hold on. Wait a minute. Please, Strade, I don't want to. Just a moment ago, you seemed very much... you seemed to very much want to. Self-defense. I was just... Put your teeth on D's neck. It's fine, it's fine. I'll make it fast. Ugh, boring. Wait! I struggled against Ren's surprisingly tight grip. He lowered his mouth to my neck. I could feel his teeth trembling against my skin. Ren, please. For a moment, I only felt Ren's breath and a warm drop on my neck. And fangs plunged into my throat and clamped down. Like, this sucks. No! Sorry, go back. I meant to take a picture. Sorry. In the next moment, a massive chunk of my neck was torn away. Sorry about the dog. He held me down as I bled out onto the floor. You bit off more than you can chew. Yo! That's Max. But like all the time. Alright, let's blame Strade. Because you kidnapped me and tortured me and left me in this f***ing basement. You're going to kill me if I didn't do anything. Mixed emotions battled with the adrenaline inside me. It wasn't his fault. I just don't want to die. Wait, wouldn't the same thing happen? Oh. That's funny. Okay. Oh shit, I thought I saw something. Let's blame Ren. He wouldn't help me. I'm just trying to get out of here. You know, he's angry. You're both insane. I don't want to die. Adrenaline was still pumping through my system. Yo. It made my thoughts spill out before I could censor them. Strade's laugh abruptly cut off my train of thought. Maybe I've asked my question wrong. Okay. Uh-oh. Wait, what? And why would you do that? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? What the fuck? You knew a lot earlier. It was a mistake. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Never mind. I understand. I am angry, but it'll be easy. Okay. Coin! Alright, that was cute. I liked that. I finally was able to get something new. Let's beg him to stop. Wait, please! Stop. I balled. Sorry, a bald fist hit me in the gut. I wheezed, trying to speak. Okay, it's the same thing. Alright, I don't know how I'm supposed to get this option here. Let's blame him. He was still pretty upset to like bite me though. Let's get the names for right now. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. That's all of them? Oh, no, this one too. You led him to bloody freedom. Oh, there's another one right here. I can't see it, it's so small. You struck first, but not last. Okay. Guys, we're so close. We got 12. Eye for an eye. Okay, let up. Oh, he lit you up. I'm trying to get that one. You know what's crazy? When I first played this, when I first played his original route, that's the one I got. Would you believe it? Or no, I'm lying. That was like the second one I got. The first one I got was He Loved You Too Much. And then I got the one where he set me on fire. Like, ugh. Well, I opened up a new pathway here. We can keep the knife. Is what we can do. All our fighting is for naught. So we're just gonna come back here and just continue from there. Gonna get our pill. Thank you. The door to the basement opened a moment too soon. Oh my god. Ah! Ah! Don't stab him. And you get something else too. Ren backed away as heavy footsteps creaked down the stairs. I had a feeling you were sneaking down here. Ren's demeanor changed entirely. Strade, I'm sorry. As long as you have the knife, I guess this would happen. Defend Ren. Defend yourself. Stay out of it. Oh my god. Are these not underwear? Like, there's no way he's wearing something underneath. Dick and balls is under there. What's crazy is that I have yet to see them. Okay, I've yet to see them. This is the fourth time I'm recording this. Is it? Yeah, this is my fourth recording of this game and I have yet to see his dick. Defend Ren, my Pookie Bear. It was my fault. I volunteer. I volunteer as tribute. Strade turned his attention to me. I was making noise and he was just making sure I was still tied up. Really? I didn't know you were so eager to help. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't you have a go with D? Accept his offer.
Huh?
What? No, I can't. No? Wait! Yo. Sorry. It's fine. Strade opened a drawer and retrieved a handful of zip ties. Then he moved behind me and approached my wrists on the pole. Yeah, we're gonna attempt to stab him. What? No, actually? You know what? Yeah. I have to take matters into my own hands. Strade bent over me. I slipped my hand out of the loosened tape and grabbed the knife. Adrenaline surged into my body. Now! Uh-oh. Oh, we're so... I hate this so much. I hate that so much. It's a burning hatred. Didn't we do this shit before? Like, I feel like I'm remembering having a knife in my hand. Perpetrator is near me and I stabbed them in the wrong area. Who was it again? Derek. That's who it was. It was Derek in the desert. I had a knife and it was a cool one too. And I decided to stab him in the stomach. Knowing damn well his heart is here. His throat is here. I don't know, something's wrong with us, I think. My blade sank into flesh. He staggered away from me. Uh-oh, are you mad? You know what's crazy? I could have introduced the idea of us ganging up on him to Ren, but he wouldn't have given me the pill. So he wouldn't have been close enough to me. Or wait, shouldn't I just have the knife? No, because last time I tried to do that, he just left. So no. This is he's supposed to get close enough to me. Like he's supposed to show me where his stash is. That's how that works. My animal instinct screamed in success. But my mind caught up a split second later, noticing that I hadn't hit anything vital. Ren! I choose you! Are we about to... Don't. I'm gonna start crying. Are we actually about to survive? He tore the knife from Strade's shoulder and held it up to his neck. Kill him! Kill him! He'll kill us, Red. Do it! Oh my god. I cannot believe he's doing this right now. I'm about to start crying. Ren. Bro, look at me. My leg is broken. My arm got holes in it. Please. A single moment stretched out before me. I'm gonna take a picture first. Well, before the background disappeared. I swear I could hear both of them breathing. What are you about to do? Then Strade's hand twitched toward his pocket. sorry. In the next moment, his throat was slashed open. Nice. We both watched as Strade struggled helplessly, then slumped to the floor. We have to make out in front of his dead body now. Like, that's required. We have to do it. It's romantic. Oh my god, if the fire alarm was working and the sprinklers were working too, set a fire, have the sprinklers turn on, then we're making out. That would have been so crazy. Anyways, blood dripped from the knife as the reality of the situation sank into our psyches. You did it! We're free! He's about to kill me now. Relief washed over me in waves. We can leave now. And go where? What? You can come with me. Out there? With no money? Hiding my tail? Uh-oh. Ren, we can... Uh-oh. With what I am now, he's the only one. He's... Bro, why are you doing this now? Like... He's dead. Uh-oh. You made me kill him. Wait a minute. I didn't make you do nothing. You could have, like... You did this. Oh my god. Oh man, I love this. You everything up. Oh no. Victor. He lunged at me so quickly I couldn't even move. No, Ren, please. I should have let him kill you. No. No. He pressed the edge of the knife into my neck. My body froze. The knife slashed through my neck as I grasped uselessly to the severed halves of my throat and sank to the floor. I heard a scream like nothing I've ever heard. Bam! You led him to bloody freedom. Yeah. And I just got it too. That's crazy. More red endings. More. Put it in my bloodstream. Defend yourself. I was just sleeping. I didn't do anything. He came down here and tried messing with me. He touched me. He touched me. Yeah. Oh, you mad? Bitch ass nigga. Is that so? Doesn't sound much like Bren. Were you messing with D? It's weird. No, of course I wasn't. D is lying. I don't know. Check his pants. I'm telling you. Interesting. I bet that makes you pretty angry. Oh. Skip. Oh. Fine. Okay, Strade opened a drawer and retrieved a handful of zip ties. Got it. Let's get you out of there. Oh, this time let's not cut him. Surprised I even actually did it. You can't be serious. Run. Yo, this little nigga, bro. This is why I don't feel bad when I get, like, choices that I could, like, stab him, too. Like, he's not exempt from being stabbed. Just because you're cute. Okay. I'm still gonna fucking stab you. He stabs you even though he thinks you're cute. Right. Justified? I pleaded desperately, but he wouldn't look me in the eye. Okay. Look at that. We're gonna fight to the death. Strade removed the loose tape around my wrists. He clicked his tongue and started to sweat. This tape was barely on there. Yeah, because you suck at your job. Ren? I didn't do anything. I just got down there. I just got down here. Mm-hmm. Take a picture. Before I could do or say anything, he pulled me by the wrist onto the floor. Did he fart? When he smashed my wrists together and fastened them with a tie over my head. Oh wow. What is that? He grabbed the knife that was revealed by my change in position. How long have you had this? For a while. Could have stabbed your stupid ass. He discarded the knife and chuckled down at me. I have to be a lot more careful. But for now, Ren? Strade gestured to my helpless body on the floor. Go ahead. Oh my god. Ren sighed and approached me. He's like, ugh, boring. Come on, don't act shy. I gasped as Strade knelt down and yanked my underwear off it. I can't breathe. Oh my god. It just comedy hour. This is hilarious. Yo. Guys, never kill yourself. I gasped. I straight knelt down and yanked my underwear right off in front of him. I expected Ren to argue, protest, anything. But he didn't. Yo, he knelt in front of me and pulled down his sweats. Guys, it's hot in here. Ren, what, buddy? We're friends, remember? He ignored my protests and pushed my mangled legs apart. Easily. Ugh. Just shut up. Like, silence right now. I had to concentrate. His voice was flat and defeated. Guys, can you please let me use my cat picture? Like, game. I'm begging you. Let me use my cat picture. I tried to struggle, but Strade held me tight. Oh no. As Red mounted me, the reality of the situation became clear. Crystal, in fact. Take that. I wasn't going to be allowed to fight back. What? Now you figure that out? You've been zip-tied. I felt Ren's body against mine. I stiffened in shock as I noticed it was completely hard already. Light from the staircase was glinting off his electric collar. He can't stop this any more than I can. He wasted no time positioning himself, but he did move slowly. He pushed into me, oh no, allowing my body some time to adjust to him. But he never stopped. I knew he was trying to make it a little easier for me. I clenched my jaw and I'm not a pussy. I clenched my jaw and tried not to cry out. Despite his pace, The violation was just as inescapable as Strade. I'm joking, of course. Please don't take me seriously. So I guess I have to say it. He buried himself fully inside of me and let out a long breath. I tried not to think about Strade watching. We both knew he couldn't stay still. He pulled out halfway and shoved himself back inside. My own discomfort seemed to be reflected in his movements. He moved again, shaky and hesitant. I started to worry that his slow movements were going to make Strade angry. Ooh. Just, like... Uh-oh. The clawed hand shot out and pinned my arms back? I thought I was already tied up. What? I'm sorry. Maybe I wasn't reading it correctly. A clawed hand shot out and pinned my arms back down above my head. Could have swore I was already tied up. He pumped inside me harder. I laid there paralyzed and shocked into silence. His hesitation seemed to evaporate. His hand stayed on my bandaged arm and squeezed. Yikes. And I haven't, like, my fingers aren't cut out. We're all good here. We're all in one piece. I yelped at the unexpected assault and his hands only tightened. My arm! That hurts. It hurts so much. I went to believe it was a mistake. Sorry. I was answered with claws and a brutal thrust. My stomach felt like stone. Why? Strade hurt me so much more, but something about this was personal. So wrong. Like, guys, that's crazy, bro. Betrayal. Betrayal. It's like there's no other choice, honestly. Ren, please. You don't. His hand moved to my neck and dug into my throat. Great. Okay. Like, okay. I got you, buddy. Shut up. Like, your mouth is moving a lot like a rat's. Shut it. He was bucking into me at a rough and careless pace now. He was panting and growling. He started to feel larger and harder. Who was it that said he had a small pee-pee? Somebody said it. I know I saw it. I twisted in pain beneath him. Suddenly, both of his hands slapped. Oh my God. Suddenly, Jesus fuck, both of his hands slapped with force onto my hips. I cried out as his claws dug deep into my flesh. He pulled me bruisingly against himself as what felt like ages, he just I was about to say painted the inside of something. I was gonna say that whole sentence. He just panted, and twitched inside me. Then finally he huffed and pulled out painfully. Painfully? You know what? No. He hurriedly pulled his pants back up and refused to look at me. Sorry, there's just a lot of things going through my mind right now. Now all of a sudden you're embarrassed? Whip it the fuck out, nigga. No balls! Who do you think I am? Nigga thinks it's amateur hour over here. Refuse to look at me. After I'm done recording this, I'm gonna stab you. Yeah, I did forgot he was even there. Oh! Jump scare. Well, what do you want me to do? I have no notes. After a few moments of both of us refusing to answer him, he chuckled. Anyway, can't leave D like that. What are you implying, sir? Ren let out an aggravated sigh. Oh. Okay. He put my underwear back onto my body, ignoring the mess. Then he grabbed my arms and wrenched them, dragging my body back to the pole. Despite everything I just experienced, I was still surprised at how strong he was. That's better! I felt him cut through the zip tie and replace it with fresh, tight duct tape. I didn't have any fight left in me to try anything. Relax, you did great. I didn't do anything. I knew he sure as hell wasn't talking to me. Really? Ren didn't answer him, he only seemed eager to leave. Love the way you look when you stop pretending. Oh man, look at that. Cause I know you. I know you. Like the back of my hand. This nigga was always crazy. He didn't turn him. He was already turned. Come on. Let's let D rest. Ren seemed eager to leave and Strade followed him soon after. As they climbed the stairs and shut the door, I felt numb, like another dusty tool forgotten in this basement. I sighed and leaned against the familiar pole. That was fun, wasn't it, guys? The tape wasn't budging. All I'm doing was wasting my energy. I leaned back in defeat. The painkiller Ren gave me started to work. I relaxed as the pain of my injuries slowly died down a bit. Eventually, I fell asleep. I opened my eyes slowly, reluctantly. Yeah. Don't touch me. Right. Died anyway. Why even come down here? Please don't leave me. Wait, what? You're so stupid. Oh wait, I never did the other one. I was just sleeping, I didn't do anything. No, I actually did. I'm sorry. Stay out of it. Yeah. Okay, as long as you have the knife, there's really no way to like bypass this. So, whatever. I kept my head down, trying to avoid attracting Strade's attention. It's okay, I understand. He's cute. I don't want to stay away either. Okay. Right? That means nothing coming from him. Like dust in the wind. I guess. And it might be my fault too. I've been neglecting you. No, that's... I have. I know how frustrated you can get. You're funny. I have an idea. Why don't you have a go? Hello? Right after he's like, get the fuck out of my face. Like, what world are we living in? You guys are a bunch of bitch asses. Ooh, I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry. I can totally do this one. Let's try to do the, he loved you too much. He loved you. I was reading the other one as you, like he loved you, and not you. He stopped for a moment and withdrew a pocket knife. I immediately squirmed under him, expecting more violence. But he simply reached behind me and sliced the tape, holding my wrists together. Oh, we know that part. I flinched as he suddenly moved again. He dropped to his knees, straddling my legs. Oh, there it is. I did it. Let's go. Mission accomplished. I froze. What is happening? First, he extended a hand to caress the side of my face. Hello? Then he leaned in, so close that I could feel his breath on the other side of my neck. I shivered as he pressed his nose and mouth to my skin and sucked in a deep breath. Can't get enough of you. Yeah, his mumbled voice was so close to my neck, my hairs stood up. A surprised half yelp escaped me at the unexpected feeling of his tongue. He looked along my collarbone slowly. I was too shocked to react. The sense of eternal alarm I had cultivated throughout my time with him was blaring. This is too close. He's too... I gasped as his teeth clamped down on the base of my neck. At first it seemed playful, but he kept biting harder. I squirmed and tried to push him away. He responded by shoving his body against me and breaking skin. I cried out wordlessly, knowing by now that begging wouldn't get me anywhere. A sound came out of him that was more like a growl than anything human. My struggling became more desperate. I was sure he was going to tear my throat out. But he finally relented and let go, as a few drops of blood trickled down my chest. I want to hear more. Okay. I'd seen him like this before, and I knew where it was leading. Slow down, please. I was cut off by the surprise of him suddenly moving again. He backed off just enough to push my legs out of the way. I winced in discomfort. The position was awkward and put a lot of strain on my wrist, still bound to the pole. Once again, my attention was caught by the gleam of the knife. He slashed through my underwear. Something calmer in my mind told me to stop struggling and let him do what he wants. But it was just a whisper. The animal inside me was in control, and it forced me to thrash against him. My energy echoed through him. He undid his pants and ground against me fervently. Fervently. My heart slammed against my chest as he spat into his knife and slicked it over himself. Right? Absolutely no patience. He positioned himself and slammed inside me, burying himself to the hilt and eliciting a sharp scream. As I cried out, he started thrusting roughly. He was so careless. I was sure he must have been hurting himself too. Yet he just moved faster, harder. The sweat and fear and noise kept growing. His teeth sank into my bleeding neck again. I tried to stifle a scream, knowing it would only excite him. He panted through his teeth as he found a rhythm. The friction between us started to lessen. I didn't want to think about why, but I couldn't help but notice the feeling of his shaft stretching me. Again and again. Scream. I was so distracted by the crescendo of sensation and energy, I didn't process his command, and I didn't notice him grab the knife again. I want you to. Scream. I obeyed mindlessly as the blade sank into the side of my ribs. He started me so hard that my head slammed against the metal pole behind me. His aggression matched my pain and terror exactly. Sorry about the plane. He tore the knife out of me and stabbed me again. Screaming and slamming and moaning started to blur together, sorry. The bloody tempest between us seemed to erase our minds, and both of our voices died together. Until my blood spilled out and my body turned cold. Beautiful. He loved you too much. Got it. Oh, wait a minute. My body ached from climbing. That's right, I was climbing a tree. I grabbed and pulled, fighting through a thick canopy. Can you see it yet? Frustration and sharp branches clawed at me. Just a little more. Are you looking? My head burst into clear night air. I saw a mountain and a forest. Look. At what? What am I supposed to? My body froze. Cold sweat covered my palms. Where are they? Something smiled and I stared into the sky. There's no moon. There were no stars. No. There was nothing. Only nothing. I looked down as the world shifted. Why don't you let go? My hands slipped as I tried to grasp the rough branches. They flowed through my fingers as my legs dangled into the sky. No! I couldn't hold on. They wouldn't stay still. I love you so much. I fell into the void. No, he's not close enough, that's the thing. Or, let me see. We're gonna try it to see what happens. I reached beneath myself to grab the knife, braced myself against the pole, and tried to get to my feet as soon as possible, but my injured body couldn't move fast enough. The knife flew from my hand. Okay. I'm a little surprised to see you trying to fight back, but I understand. Okay. You need to behave? Okay. He looked down at me and seemed to hesitate. I think you learned your lesson. Wait, what? Right? I nodded with all the energy I had left. Let's go! Oh my goodness, good thing I did that. What? Yay! I just had to have enough, like, heart or whatever with him. That's good. Okay, so I wasted like 20 minutes doing that. So that was a failure. Basically. Get some concept art then since I'm stumped. I know this. Yo. We did a lot this time. That was good with Ren. This is a nice like little Ren episode, I guess. Last one was not a Ren episode. It was barely it. Let me see. There's got to be something where I didn't explore a specific choice yet. Did I do refuse last time for this part? No, I never got it? What is this? This is like the first time he's ever asked me? Okay. Guess over right. Yeah. Let's obey for now. I reluctantly parted my lips and opened my mouth for him. I begged him with my eyes, hoping my compliance would earn me some mercy. He slid the knife into my mouth, slowly watching my reaction. The knife knocked against my teeth, forcing me to open my mouth wider. No, I definitely remember this. Yeah. Stay still, I guess? I was too scared to try to hurt him. I knew it wouldn't be worth it. His prodding thumb wasn't comfortable, but it was certainly better than the knife. He massaged my tongue and pulled my jaw open. I tried to ignore the awkward and humiliating prodding. Yeah. Oh. That's not too much blood. You won't choke. I tried to figure out what he meant by that. I didn't have to wait for an answer. I don't even know how I'm doing this at this point. I'm literally... What was my goal again? I forgot. I was trying to get to the twist in day 3 before he cuts off my fingers. Whatever. We got something new, I guess. I'm literally just pressing random shit. And I haven't even opened any walkthroughs yet. I'm honestly just getting them. Ugh. Whatever, bro. Maybe this will be the one? Fingers crossed, I guess? I have been waiting. Sorta. He stood up and started undoing his belt with bloody fingers. I couldn't help but watch as he unzipped his pants. The straining bulge gave me the impression he'd been hard for a long time. Of course he's getting off on this. I knew what was coming. I tried to swallow the blood in pain. Oh my gosh. Guys. Penis. That's amazing. We finally got it. I collapsed into an aching heap against the pole. Couldn't move or think anymore. I was only vaguely aware of fingers snapping near my head. So how about those stitches? Oh wow, this is like day 2. We're knocking on 3 hours, so right now we're just gonna go over the stuff that I am not able to do because I'm stuck. Once again, I went back and all I did was get another assault scene, so I'm probably not even gonna keep it in the video because there would be no point. Alright, so I can't do an eye for an eye. I don't know when he's very close. Like, I tried it multiple times. I feel like I'm supposed to have the knife. Am I not? Don't know. Next one is treat Ren well, but not too well. And then also leave a door unlocked. I have no idea what that means. Stab a sleeping man. I can already tell it's the room that he's in night 3, I believe, after my finger is gone. Then the whole make a mistake at night 3. Can't really do it if I can't get out of my restraints, and I don't know how to do that. I've been sitting here for a while trying to figure those specific ones out. Well, I guess not really the Ren one so much, because I could talk to him as nice as I can and he still will kill me if he tells him to, or whatever else. It's definitely something. So honestly, the next one will probably be me using the walkthroughs and then getting the endings. So, but I was able to successfully get 14 out of the 21 endings all by myself. Even with the vague hints. And honestly, sometimes I was just stumbling across them. I wasn't intentionally trying to get them. I just got them because I was picking random shit and trying to get something else. That's usually how it goes. You're trying to get a different ending, and you end up getting a different one. So that's all I'm gonna be doing today, or this time. I'm probably just gonna start recording the next one right after this one once again. Hello, my loves. Do not be fooled by my nonchalant nature. I'm actually very excited to do this. It is 12 AM currently on the same day that I recorded the other 2 prior parts. Or I think it's 3 at this point now. I think it's 2. I'm a little drowsy, but I am determined. So, yeah. Here we have, ta-da, I got the walkthroughs for every ending that I couldn't get because I was stuck. But I also was able to unlock Strade and Ren's character bios. I got some concept art too, but they're a little inappropriate, so I won't be opening that gallery. So yeah, before we start with getting these endings that I was stuck at, which is not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them? Come on now. Like, I think I did pretty good. We will be reading their bios first. Favorite foods: under seasoned medium rare steak, roasted tomatoes, cheap lager. Hobbies: tinkering / developing torture devices, making and sometimes streaming snuff videos, fixing things for neighbors, attending local community events. Because that's supposed to combat this. Alright, deepest fear: immobilization, restriction of physical freedom. Wow, look at that. Alright, let's read this little synopsis here. Strade's actual origins and birth name are unknown. His family status is unknown. Although he claims he had a normal and happy childhood, he lived in Germany for a long time and studied engineering very successfully, but eventually a string of increasingly disturbing patent attempts, alright, I keep saying patient, and suspension for homicides began to catch up with him. He was caught and nearly brought to justice, but an unknown and very powerful political entity offered him a new life, new name, and second chance in exchange for some of his weapon patents. He was relocated to Canada and inserted into federal data as a fully immigrated, tax-paying citizen. Here he stayed for the last few years. Nice. Next. Favorite foods. Bacon, chicken hearts, chocolate, although it upsets his stomach. Hobbies. Watching anime, arguing online. Interesting. Long baths with a lot of nice products. Right. Deepest fear, abandonment. Beastkin, extremely secretive people with animal characteristics. Their mythology states that every genetic line of beastkin started with a human and an animal who made a promise to walk together. Ren's origins are somewhat mysterious. Before he met Strade, he mostly kept to himself. Keeping his beastkin identity hidden was a convenient reason to stay inside and spend most of his time on the internet. Ren was abducted from a bar in a similar fashion to you. What? After a potential date he met online never showed up. Wow. Bitch missed out. That's for sure. And it could be a guy or a girl, and give a f. They're both bitches. Alright, well that was cute and nice. I haven't deleted my saves, by the way. Once again, I'm jumping right to the next part. As soon as I end record, I start back another one. Like, I'm that invested. And that's my little death one. In order to get my coins, I spammed. Alrighty. We're gonna start with an eye for an eye, because that was what I was originally supposed to do in the second part. We are at the 5th part now. Bow, 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 bow. Bam! Whoop! Good bow! I was somewhere up high. The window was hard to see through. Cold. Are you down there? I tried to see, but it was blurry and dark. City lights bled through the window into my eyes. I don't know, I can't see. You're not down there, where can you be? What do you mean? I'm down there. I just can't see. I pushed my face against the window and it stretched. Are you? My fingers began to poke through the glass. My weight pushed it further and further out, but I still couldn't see. You can stay with me. Here. I pushed. My face slid through, followed by my body, and I fell. I love you so much. Yup. He shuffled closer to me and closed the gap between our bodies. Damn. I watched him while moving my wrist carefully. I concentrated on moving as little as possible as I slipped one hand from the tape. Squirming? I gulped as my thoughts raced. Moved my body against his, playing into his assumption. As my fingers crept towards the hilt of the knife, I could feel his breath. Part of me didn't want to do it. My will to survive had to stomp down my growing feelings of... I mentally shook myself. My hand closed around the handle. Now! Everything seemed to slow down for a moment. Let me actually get that picture, bro. Yeah. Okay, everything seemed to slow down for a moment. There was no scream, only silence between us as my fingers slid away from the hilt. Miss Jackson. Uh-oh. You got me! You got me! You got me, guys. His voice had a gurgling croak to it. Now it's my turn. The reality of the situation crashed over me like icy water. I scrambled backwards, my newly freed hands slipping over the basement floor. Ooh. Then I flashed forward and sank into the meat of my leg. I screamed as he pulled me back towards him. I tried to fight back as my limbs were frozen in fear, but his assault was as solid as a machine. Stabby stab stab. Wait, let me go back. Get that picture. Do you see my toes? Guys, look at this. Like, what? This reminds me of... Never mind. But his assault was... Right. I'm gonna take this picture too. He slammed the blade of the knife into my chest. Force knocked the wind from me. Okay, I only stabbed you once. So I don't see why I'm getting stabbed multiple times. I laid motionless under him as he pulled the knife out of my chest. His own blood poured from his wound and onto me. I like you so much. I want to play with you forever. Uh-oh. He coughed and raised the bloody point to my face. His other hand clamped over my face, smearing both of our blood. I couldn't scream. I couldn't shake him off. The tip approached my eye, shaking, and sank right in. My body arched, and my mouth opened wide for a scream that couldn't form. The metal edge scraped my eye socket and messily carved out the pulpy mess that used to be my eye. Was he laughing or coughing? First, I heard the knife clatter to the ground. Then his weight collapsed onto me. I couldn't breathe. A wet hand slid across the mess on the floor to cut my face. I could feel his face against my other cheek moving, trying to talk, but nothing ever came out. An eye for an eye. It was that fucking easy, guys. That's what happens when you get stuck. You end up finding out how to do it by looking at a walkthrough, and then you notice it was that easy. Alright, well, either way we got it. Next one is you were torn to shreds. The hint is to treat Ren well, but not too well, and leave a door unlocked. Honestly, guys, I kind of want to save that one for last since it's Ren. So, we're gonna skip it. Instead, we're going to stab a sleeping man. And also, get lit up. Or no, actually, I kind of want to do the lighting up first, and then the whole struck first but not last. So that's actually which one we're gonna do first. We're gonna do he lit you up. Alright, this is where it really matters, y'all. Look up at the top left corner of the screen. Bam! Stay quiet. Next we must use the hands. Where are your hands? There's the drawer on the right, and get the knife. Bam. Takey take take. Use the rest button. Next. Now we use any choice to remain alive in this day. Hey y'all, Editing D here. While I was looking at this part, because I kind of glossed over it while I was playing, I noticed that he almost says, you know, the German word for darling, as you guys have told me. But he corrects himself and instead says my name. I just thought that was very interesting, because in a separate part, the part I cut out, you tell him not to call you that when you ask him what it means. So yeah, I just thought it was very interesting. I felt around with my toes in the dark drain. The only thing I could reach was the hilt of the knife. I bit my lip and pushed it against the edge of the drain. I used all of my will to prevent myself from shaking as the knife slowly emerged from the drain. With a small clatter and my heart pounding in my ears, the knife slid out onto the floor. Okay, it's out. I just need to get it over to my hands. I pulled the knife towards my thighs easily. I breathed and took a moment to bask in my partial success. Then I started shuffling, moving my butt, tried to get the knife closer to the pole. I started aching and sweating, but I wasn't about to give up. Bit by bit, the knife got closer to my hands, until finally, with a rush of excitement, my fingers grazed the side of the blade. I quickly shuffled and grasped the knife, then held it against my tape. It was clumsy, and my skin didn't escape totally wound-free. But eventually, the tape was severed. I pulled my wounded hand in, close to my chest. Seeing my 2 finger stumps wrapped in clean bandages tempered my excitement. But I knew I had work to do. With some effort, I shakily stood up. I crossed the floor over to the drain, and I pushed the grate back over. I have to make these count. Bow! I headed towards the dark staircase. My legs were still tender, but I was able to limp forward well enough. I placed my foot on the first stair carefully. Then, with a little more courage, I began to climb. A creak in the wood instantly froze my body. I waited in the dark, half expecting my world to end, but a long snore from the other side of the basement reassured me. So safe. For now. I kept climbing so slowly and carefully, I could swear half an hour passed. Door. Then I reached a heavy door. Another snore told me, in no certain terms, he wasn't on the other side. I twisted the handle and pushed. Then my heart sank. It's locked. It's locked from the other side. I twisted the knob and tested the door every way I could, but it was no use. There was a lock on the side. There was a lock on my side, but I didn't see how that would do me any good. I pushed my rising panic back down. I'd have to do something. Go back downstairs, lock the door on the side. Knock on the door for help. Oh yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. But I do want to do the other ones. But we're going to do the first, obviously, the one we have to do first. I have to risk it. I tapped on the door gingerly at first. Ren? Oh, brother. I was practically hissing into the door crack. Nothing. Nothing but the ever-present snoring. This is actually really fucking stupid. I would not have figured this out. Why would I want to do this? I guess the hope that Ren might pop up? I don't know. Whatever. I knocked again, louder. Ren, please. He's probably taking a bubble bath like he said. It's like, bro, no way. I pressed my ear against the door and waited for a reply. All I could hear was my own blood pounding in my ears. Why are we doing this? I banged at the door, desperation guiding my muscles and lacing through my voice. D, stop. No, I'm determined. I froze, hearing his muffled voice on the other side. Ren, please. I can't help you, just go back down the stairs. My blood ran cold. The snoring stopped. The click of a door below became footsteps. I was out of options now. I slammed on the door, even with my mangled hand. This is really fucking funny. The creak on the stairs behind me. Please, God, please, just open the door. Slow and steady thumping. I screamed wordlessly at the door. At Ren. And heavy hands landed on my shoulders. I wailed as I was dragged back down the stairs. I screamed for what is... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's the door. Okay. Interesting. I screamed for what this meant. Yeah. The careless bruising of my battered body barely registering. He pulled me back down into the dark. Into the nightmare. And deposited me into the same damn spot. Right next to that fucking pole. I didn't have the strength to fight anymore. And I knew, in my current state, I didn't stand a chance against him anyway. I stared at the floor listlessly. as he rummaged in his cabinets. Lovely. Soon he returned to me with duct tape, a handful of other items, and a jug of liquid. He lifted my wrists and taped them together in front of me. No pull this time. He pulled out more tape, bent down, and taped around my thighs and calves, binding me in a forced kneeling position. Even with all this, it was his silence that bothers me most. He'd never been so quiet before. Strade? Oh. Awkward! Ow! From a small collection of objects, he pulled out a cigar. The silence stretched wider and wider as he used a knife to cut the tip. Strade? Hey, come on. Then right before he seemed to be about to light it, he stopped. What the fuck? And he set the cigar down. So? The words spread through the silence like a crack on dark glass. I really loved our time together. I feel like I really got to know you. I pulled at the tape, finding no give at all. And I want you to know I'll never forget you. Okay? Fear coursed through my body like shockwaves. None of his threats or cruel jokes ever felt like this. This was a goodbye. But don't worry. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. He approached me with a collar. Sorry. No. It was a gag. I'm gonna make our last time really special. He pulled it around my head, forcing the metal ring between my jaws, and fastened it. My mouth was pried wide open. He picked up the jug. Tried to protest, but of course all I could manage was... Ah! While my participation seemed to please him, it didn't stop him. He twisted the cap from the jug and tilted it over me. I ducked as liquid oozed over my head. No, come on. Don't be like that. He stepped behind me and gripped the back of my ring gag. He pulled down, forcing me to look straight up. Yo, it looks like piss. Sorry. Then he poured it again, this time into my open mouth, coughed and gagged on the thick, slippery liquid. It poured from my mouth all over my body, coating my torso, arms, and legs. Finally, he released my head, and I curled forward, retching as the contents of my mouth spilled into my lap. But the way it tasted and smelled, and the way it coated my body, I could pretty safely assume what it was. Oil. I barely managed to catch my breath. Whoa. Was already shoving himself into my face. Jesus Christ. Oh, brother. I thought we would only get one. My surprise. As spit and dripped from my aching open mouth, I knew what was next was worse. Curled in on myself, as small as my forced kneeling position would allow. Uh-oh. Okay, before this takes place, because I would like to say something, if I would be so bold, I really hope that we get a similar picture to the original him burning me, setting me on fire, because when I got that ending, I thought it was so cool. It was like my second ending I've ever gotten. I've already explained this. And I really hope he does the same pose, kind of. So, I'm praying. He let out a long, contented sigh and turned back to me. Cigar once again in hand. Perfect. A flick of a lighter. You were absolutely perfect. Are you sure? The end of his cigar glowed. The promise of hell. Oh, brother. I knew by now that screaming and begging were useless. Even without the gag. Alright. You brought it out of me. I will be... Yeah. I'm searching this up. Google Translate is not the best, but this ultimately is what it says. Was nice with both of us. Alright. How do you do that with your eyes? In one smooth, ceremonial motion, he pressed the burning end of his cigar into my exposed tongue. I cried out around it as it burned my tongue. But then tendrils of flame erupted from my mouth, snaking over my body, carried by the oil. Thank you. For one dazzling moment, the world was all warmth and dancing light. I'm telling you, this is my favorite ending. My favorite one. I'm sorry. It's just... I don't know. It's really good. I screamed in earnest as my skin began to burn. Burn the witch! Flame and agony consumed my body, and I screamed. Until I couldn't. Last thing I saw was him watching me, breathing in the smoke from my body, and his cigar. Watching me burn. Your fucking baby's gonna burn. My flesh burned long after my eyes stopped seeing. Until finally, mercifully, my world went dark. It's a shame I couldn't get this ending on my own. I'm honestly very, very, very disappointed in myself. Because that is my favorite Strade ending. Before I go into the walkthrough again, I'm gonna just explore it by myself. The other options. Let's lock the door on this side. I grasped the sliding lock and pulled it carefully into place. I knew Strade was sleeping down here, but for some reason it made me feel a little better. Like I had some tiny bit of control. I nodded at the door, greedily accepting my tiny symbol of agency. And I slowly descended back down the staircase, carefully avoiding the creaky spots. Once my foot touched concrete, the familiar despair crept back in. I made my way over to the metal pole. It was a symbol of death and suffering, unimaginable cruelty. I reached out and touched it. It was just a pole. Just metal. Just an object. Just silence. I leaned against it and sighed. Alright, well, I guess I don't see what the point of locking the door is, but we'll go in here anyway. I approached the door on my right. Another long snore emerged from within. He's definitely in there. I gingerly touched the knob. I have to do this. I twisted, but it was locked. My heart jumped into my throat. I battled the panic inside that threatened to reveal me and wake him. It's locked. It's fucking locked. There's nothing I can do. I dragged myself back to the middle of the basement. Let despair calm my body and quiet my mind. There's nothing left that I can do. I looked at the split tape near the pole on the floor. Well, can't fix that. I curled up on the cold, hard ground. The rhythmic snoring began to quiet my mind. I let myself go numb, and eventually I fell asleep. And then woke up to... Tried to move my arms and found out I was bound to the center pole again. I noticed you were messing around a little down here. I took that knife too. Seeing that made me feel a little bit curious. Still, you're not looking so good. But that's alright. I'm a bit sad to say, but I think our time together is ending. Alright. I'm catching this death though. I need that coin. For later. So I don't have to do it as much later. Alright. We're going to do You Struck First, but not last. Honestly, instead of starting from the beginning, let's just start at night 1. This day does not matter. My heart fluttered at his praise. Really? I responded with a weak smile. Oh, I'm going off of, like, that romance one I was doing. Look down at the open drain on the floor to retrieve the knife. And the ties. I crossed the floor to the drain and pulled out the zip ties I hid earlier as well. These might come in handy. And I pushed the grate back over. Sorry. This is it, guys. I approached the door on my right. Another long snore emerged from within. He's definitely in there. I gingerly touched the knob. I have to do this. I twisted, but it was locked. My jaw clenched in frustration for a moment, but then I remembered. The latch on the inside. I took a deep breath and slipped the blade of my knife in the crack of the door. Then I lifted slowly, carefully. I felt the resistance of the latch and pushed it upwards. Then, once I was sure it was out of the lock, I twisted the knob and pulled. The door opened. Voila. And there he was, fast asleep on the couch. I stalked, silent as the grave, and stopped next to the couch, hovering over his sleeping form. Guess it doesn't matter, huh? Whoop. Let's use the zip ties first. His wrists are right there. I look at the ties I was carrying, suddenly as precious as diamonds. I just have to be fast, and he won't be able to do anything. I mentally made a map of the quickest way to do it. I didn't want to move. I was scared to touch him. Another snore sent the message I needed to hear. This opportunity won't last. I forced my body into action. I grabbed his wrists and held them together. I slipped a tie under his wrist and pushed the end through the hole with desperate precision. I pulled it tight, and his body jerked. Oop. I quickly wrapped another one around his wrists and pulled it tight while he was still waking up. Look at him. You stupid fucking idiot. You stupid fuck. Stupid man. I'm about to destroy you. In the death kind of way. He immediately tried to pull his wrists apart. Oh my god. Stop. No. Guys. Yo, this shit is hilarious. His whole body suddenly thrashed. Yo, I can't. This shit is fucking hilarious. I'll fucking kill you. No. And they're really tight, too. He looks adorable. I love it. I brandished the knife and held it to his throat. He recognized my threat, yet he still twitched, slicing himself slightly on the blade. I looked down to check my ties still held strong. Check if, sorry. And I saw blood. He pulled so hard he cut himself on the plastic. Okay. Okay, just... I'll let you go. Liar! He's just scared right now. Like, really scared. Cut the ties and I'll let you go. His voice wavered. I expected him to be scared, but this was different. He kept jerking and twisting, as if the ties were burning him. He suddenly arched his back and yelled like an animal. I'll let you go! Like, that's what you want, right? I jabbed the knife back up to his neck. Shut up for a second! He was shaking and sweating. What? You can't handle a little taste of your own medicine? It's ironic. I love it. Ah! I flicked the knife under his chin, but he barely paid it any attention. It was the ties that seemed to bother him. An incredulous scoff escaped me. You can't take being tied up? That's so crazy. He clenched his jaw and his muscles jumped, injuring himself again on his bonds. It was as clear as a confession to me. He never was very good at hiding his feelings. I couldn't help but laugh. It was a strange sound. Can't believe it. Let's kill him. I don't know, he's done too much. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do the kill first, of course. Sorry, but this is how it has to be. Sorry. I plunged the knife into his chest. I watched his body tense against the bonds as his jaw widened in a silent scream. He finally stopped pulling at the ties. He stared at me. He moved his mouth. I instinctively leaned forward. He seemed like he was trying to talk. All I heard was a rasping wheeze. I couldn't seem to move. I just watched him. He wasn't moving anymore either. We were frozen in this moment together, like a photograph. Just right now, just... Yo. Until a thought dripped into my mind. I'm not here with him. I'm not here with anybody. This is a dead body. The realization shook my body free from its stasis. I stepped back once, twice. But I can't get out of this basement by myself. My frantic gaze scanned all over him, but his boxers didn't seem to have anything in the pockets. He didn't even have the buzzer on him. I widened my search and started looking around him. There. On a table next to the couch was a pile of objects. An empty glass, a weird remote, and a set of keys. I quickly snatched the keys, then after some consideration, took the remote as well. It had a switch, a button, and what looked like a scroll wheel. Clicking the switch lit up the tiny display and showed a number. 4-3, or 4.3. I moved the wheel and the number changed. It went up to 10. My finger hovered over the button. Then I thought better of it and turned the switch off. I'm getting distracted. I need to get the fuck out of here. Oh my god, we were this close. We were this close. I fled the dark room and hobbled up the staircase as quickly as my injuries would allow. I fumbled with the keys for a moment before calming myself down. He's not coming back. I tried a few keys until one fit the lock and turned. I stepped into a dark house. Like any other middle-class suburban house, even the decor was painfully average. Something about that upsets me. But I pushed it down and moved forward. I easily found the unguarded door. I thought for a moment about Ren. I sighed and pushed the door open. Ren can take care of himself now. I stepped outside into the night and felt a breeze on my face. I walked down the road, injured, and in my underwear. Eventually the sun stained the sky red. A passing motorist saw me and stopped. It took me to a gas station. I was going home. Let's fucking go! You're dead. I hope he got his coin too. Yay! I didn't even need to use my coins. Let's go. Let's spare him, see what happens. I thought about hurting him, and part of me wanted to, but I just couldn't. Another part of me actually cared about him, too much to hurt him. I gripped the handle of the knife for comfort, for protection, but not for malice. Not for my kitty. Alright, Strade, I'm gonna leave, and you're gonna lie here. The basement's locked. I huffed in frustration and tilted the knife again. I'm just telling you to take the keys on the table. Okay. My eyes flicked to the table by the couch. There was a set of keys, just as he said. There was also a weird little metal remote with a red light. He snatched both. Strade seemed to have calmed down slightly. You really won't kill me. No. But I think he's about to. Right now. His voice carried a mix of fear and incredulity. Ooh! I looked back towards him, searching for something to say. I'll miss you. Yeah. I probably wouldn't have said that if I wasn't doing this from the I loved him too much ending. I walked out of the small dark room and made my way up the staircase as quickly as my wounds would allow. I pulled out a key as he started yelling from behind me. At first I didn't care, but then I realized what he was shouting. Ren. Lovely. He was screaming the name over and over and thumping at a wall somehow. I jammed a key in the lock. Wrong. His screaming continued. Another one. Wrong. I started to hear other sounds in the house. Fuck. I finally managed to find a key that went to the lock and turned. The door swung open. Hey! What are you doing? Ren, he's tied up. He can get out of here. Get out of my way, I'm leaving. Oh, we can get out of here, sorry. Let's put that right there. He's tied up, we can get out of here. What? Really? He looked to the side, flicking his focus to the hallway. My collar. Ren! I'm tied up down here! Help me! He's tied up, he can't do anything. Don't let D get out. Ren, you don't have to listen to him. We can both get out of here.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Ugh, he's so boring. I forgot that he's so boring. Who did your fucking hair? What the fuck is wrong with this side? What's wrong with this side? Who did that to you? I feel bad now. Let me push that though, and then go back. Okay. He's so annoying sometimes. That's why it's justified, bro. He's so annoying sometimes. The red light on his collar caught my eye. I pulled out the remote and flicked the switch. Seeing the remote snapped whatever composure Ren had left. Whoa there, buddy. Ah! I wasn't expecting that to pop up. You f***ed me over, Ren. Stop it. Fucking shock him. What the? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Something's up. Something is up. What if I like repeatedly press space? It's gonna be really loud, so just be prepared. Bitch ass nigga, fuck you. Bitch ass nigga, just please don't, not right now. Like, if you end up getting your own game, I'll deal with it later, but for right now, I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here. I slammed the button and Ren immediately froze in place. That's what you get, bitch. Kick him now. I didn't wait. I pushed him to the side and ran in the direction he looked before. I ran through a hallway to a door and pulled it open. I saw the night sky. I heard a groan of pain behind me. After a short moment of consideration, I threw the remote back into the house towards Ren. Then I ran outside. Clean hands! Yay. That's what you get, bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you? Look at that! I got both. Both. Alright, let's see what happens if he would, like, if he did finish me off. Oh, well, get out of my way, I'm leaving! He saw the knife in my hand and immediately bristled. Step aside, you fuck. I don't want to hurt you. The red light on his collar caught my eye. I pulled out the remote and flicked the switch on it. Seeing the remote snapped whatever composure Ren had left. Oh my god, this shit is so fucking annoying. Like... Okay. Wait, what am I doing? I wanted to... Oh god, I'm so stupid. Alright, I guess I was just like a different thing. His face. Yo. I got it. His clawed hand slammed into my chest. Oh no. Damn! Fuck. I could see, but I couldn't breathe. My lungs refused to allow any air to enter. As I tried to lift my head, the pain hit me in a devastating shockwave. I couldn't tell if I had broken anything or not. My lungs... Sorry, I'm sorry. Sorry, I have to take a breather. 1 second. My lungs finally permitted a broken and shuddering inhale. I sucked in air that felt like mustard gas. Then I heard 2 sets of footsteps approaching me. Good job, Ren. I could hear him begin to rummage through cabinets. Are you going to kill D? Are you going to kill D? Dun, dun, dun. Are you going to kill D? Yeah, dickhead, he's gonna fucking kill me! What world are you living in? Are you gonna kill D? Guys, the question of the century. Are you gonna kill her? Is she gonna fucking die right now? He's about to watch me burn. Are you gonna kill D? Are you gonna kill D? Are you gonna kill her? I pushed her on the fucking stairs. You gonna kill her now? Are you gonna kill D? Why did you kill him? Yo. No, but he needs his arc. He needs his arc. The fuck? Alright. I watched him place a collection of objects on the floor. He lifted my wrist. I guess it's different since Ren is here. He lifted my wrist and started tapping them in front of me. He ignored Ren as he pulled the tape as tight as he possibly could, cutting off my circulation. I whimpered at the sting of the cruelly tightened tape. The message was clear. This was payback. I'm not, like, deathly afraid of being restrained. You're the one who's afraid of it, not me. He pulled out more tape, bent down, and taped around my thighs and calves. I was bound into a kneeling position, completely unable to move. Cold sweat trickled down my back. Okay, we know. Bro. He did all that and then answered him. He's like, oh. Yes, Ren. Because it's like, that's... Why even ask that question? You're so fucking stupid. Did you see the hearts do the thing? I didn't see the do that last time. My gosh. I'm going to kill D. Okay. Please don't. Are you sure you want to finish that sentence? Yeah, you bitch ass. Fucking kill you. Oh my god. I heard Ren. Yo. If Gato Bob makes a Ren game, I'm backing that shit up 100%. Yeah. Revamped and everything. Yes. Yes. Same treatment? Yes. I'll be one of the people on the list in the credits. Yes. I will be paying. Yes. Yeah. I heard Ren shuffling towards the base of the staircase. He set the cigar down without lighting it. You're not going anywhere. Yeah, little buddy. I heard Ren freeze. I wonder how D got those ties. And that knife. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you, Ren? He says no. You can stay right here. And you can watch. Okay. Can I skip now? No? Okay. Please, Strade. I'm sorry. I was just scared. I wasn't going to kill you. I won't ever. That's enough from you. He approached me with a ring gag. So wait, he's gonna do the thing he did before too? Cause it's the same, it's just Ren is there now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So the captor is always gonna be there for your convenience, but oh, really? She said, wait, you're not going to. Don't play dumb. Yeah, you fucking idiot. Knife. I felt the reassuring weight of the knife in my good hand. This is it. This ends now. I stood there, knife dangling over his snoring body. I'm just gonna do that one first. My hand shook. Why? Why, after everything, can't I? The snoring stopped. My eyes were open. I'm sorry, it's the facial expressions that get me every fucking time, I swear. He looks so disinterested right now. Like, what the fuck? His hand shot up and grabbed my wrist. I gasped as the knife clattered to the floor. Wait, no. I wasn't. No, you weren't. No. His voice was sluggish, like he was still waking up. His breath probably stinks. He probably stinks. In general. But it's like... I gotta get a whiff. You know, it's addictive. He slowly stood up, holding my wrists the entire time. I winced as his grip got tighter and tighter. Strade, please. How did you slip out of that tape? My mouth was too dry to speak. He looked at the knife on the floor and back at me. I guess it's too risky to keep you. No, wait! He dragged me by the wrist into the basement. I pulled and clawed at his arm, but I was still too weak. He tossed me towards my usual spot, and I stumbled, falling right into it. I didn't have the strength to fight anymore, and I knew in my current state I didn't stand a chance against him anyway. I guess that's all we get with that one. So let's do you struck first but not last. Oh wait, what am I doing? That's this part. Use the knife and then don't fail, idiot. Oh, my chest. I plunged the knife into his chest. An explosive of movement happened between us both, with him jolting awake and me jumping back. Darkness, confusion, and noise twisted around me until I was thrown to the floor. Ugh. This guy's genuinely, like, immortal. I mean, nigga, you're stabbed in the chest. You're still, like... He's still forcefully, like, throwing us down to the ground. I don't know, if I was stabbed in the heart, I'd just fucking die. No, this nigga, he's still... His heartbeat is like, it's so strong that it pulls the knife out of him. Freak. His anger screamed His angry scream became a cough. I was frozen in shock. Like a coughing all over my face. He was supposed to die. I looked down at the hilt of the knife sticking out of him. Guys. His hands wrapped around my throat as I thrashed beneath him. Like, I don't know, I feel like you shouldn't have enough strength to choke someone to death. He coughed again, and blood splattered all over my face. I bucked against him and scratched at his arms. My severed finger stumps slid uselessly off his bulging muscles. His hands snaked up from my neck to the sides of my head. I kicked, hitting his legs and groin, but even that didn't stop him. He lurched and coughed more blood on me, but his hands stayed on my head. His thumbs found my eyes. I screamed as they pushed into my sockets, crushing my eyes. Pain exploded from my head, and I could no longer tell if the liquid covering my face was from me or him. I was screaming and he was coughing and growling. Then, in one swift motion, he twisted my head to the side. I felt the snap, then the crush of his body landing on top of mine. Then, I felt nothing at all. He struck first, but not last. Bitches. Nigga. Beautiful. Now, you were torn to shreds. Torture! I raked the blade of the knife up his face, watching his reaction. He didn't scream or cry, but he definitely shook and breathed harder. How many people did you do this to, I wonder? He clenched his jaw, then answered. Plenty. Okay. I should have stabbed him just for that. So you know you deserve this. This time, it was him laughing. But it wasn't a laugh I'd heard before. It was dry and bitter. Sure, if you believe in deserving. Your turn. I slammed the knife through his bicep. This time he screamed, and I relished it. I watched his body sweat, and his wrist tug again, and again, against the sharp plastic. I kept my grip on the knife. Twist the knife. Ask him what he meant. What you mean by that? The f are you talking about? Huh? Believing in deserving? Deserving is made up. People say deserving in karma. Justice. It's all imaginary. I moved the knife slightly and watched him groan in pain. But it didn't stop him from continuing. People want things to be fair so badly. But it's just random chaos. Justice isn't real. Is that so? I twisted the knife and tore his flesh apart. Justice is real if I make it real. I was interrupted by a light flash on the other side of the room. I looked towards the light and saw his computer, and computer had woken up. A little pop-up read, "Upload complete." What's this? Why don't you watch it and find out? I searched the screen, trying to get lost in the multiple windows full of file lists and code. I saw a video file on the desktop. Feb Anna Gutting? Lovely. That's it. I ground my teeth. It didn't take a rocket scientist to guess what was in this file. I thought about ignoring him and leaving, but then I got a better idea. Okay, Strade, let's watch it. I clicked the file, and the video started. I instantly recognized the basement. But in my usual spot, there was someone else. It was a woman. She had dark hair and a softer build. Like me, she was in nothing but underwear. But the details I noticed the most were her injuries. Fresh stitches and bloody bandages adorned her. One bandage was over half her face, covering what I could only assume was a missing eye. She was shaking and crying and begging to be let go. I gulped and almost turned away. No, she's already dead. Am I going to watch this? I gripped the hilt of my knife, as if to choke it. This can be for her as much as it is for me. Uh-oh. Strade walked confidently into the spot. Oh, shot. Whoopsies. He was wearing almost the same outfit, except this time a bulky mask covered his head. He spent some time showing off his captive. He was so pretty. Shut up. There. It was the moment in the video I was waiting for. Strade taking out his knife and cut a shallow line across Anna's belly. I paused the video and turned to Strade. Too much for you, huh? I could feel myself grinning wildly at him. One step at a time, buddy. I pushed his arm out of my way and pointed my knife at his belly. I'm gonna need a deeper cut than that. Then, with great concentration, I started a shallow cut on him. He struggled and hissed in pain. It was fairly easy to continue the cut. Once it was done, I admired my handiwork. Blood started to trickle from him in rivulets. He was quiet, confused. I went back to the computer and hit play. The Strade in the video was talking, but I wasn't listening. I was only watching. Waiting. Wait. No. Wait. His voice was suddenly filled with panic. The real Strade was bargaining and begging behind me now. He must have figured out what I was doing. I ignored him and watched. Strade pulled Anna's tongue out and held his knife up to it. He is such a fucking pussy. Screams erupted all around me. Anna screamed in agony, the digital Strade screaming with her. Strade in the flesh screamed behind me as well, but it wasn't his usual bizarre echo of his victim's feelings. His scream was his own for once. Strade lifted his bound legs and kicked at the wall before screaming for Ren again. I paused the video. Ren is not going to... I heard a bang at the door leading down the stairs. A click followed by fast. Light footsteps made me freeze in place. Ren burst through the door. What the fuck? Wait, what if I had locked the door and then started torturing him? Huh. Or no, we don't get anything else after that, right? Wait a minute. No, that's not possible, right? Dang. That would have been nice though. Because you could, in the other one we'd lock the door for some reason. I don't know why. Whatever. What the fuck? Guilty. You don't have to do anything. Let's go back upstairs and this will all be over. Right? Yeah. No. This will be over. This just says this will be over. That is funny as hell. Why did we lock the door last time? That was so stupid. Ren, my fox. My little fox. Help me. Thanks. Uh-oh. Damn! Yo, what the fuck? A flash of teeth and claws. He tackled me to the ground before I even registered what happened. I searched frantically for my knife. My search was cut short as claws tore through my abdomen. He wasn't the person who helped me before. This was an animal. I screamed as he slashed through my flesh again. His hand shot out and clamped over my throat, cutting the scream short. I fought frantically, my mind screaming nothing but survival, like prey. His claws sank into my neck as he tore into me with his other hand. He tore me open, splitting my blood and everything else. Soon all I could do was twitch on the floor as he tore my body apart. You were tore to shreds. Nice. Alright. It's very weird that we lock the door before, but we don't get like the torture part. And I don't have like a save or before this part happens. I could try loading it and going back. Okay, so we have the zip ties and everything. So let's go here. Lock the door. And then go here. Use the zip ties. Yeah, it doesn't pop up. Wow, that's actually really good. You got me with that one. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. This is the wrong one. Let's load this one. Let's go back. Oh my god. Then I heard banging. Okay, the skipping stopped, so I'm testing my theory right now. Then I heard it bang a few more times. I chuckled and turned to Strade. Friend's not coming. I locked the door. Realization and terror crept into Strade's face, and it filled me with excitement. I got into position over him, and I shoved my knife in his mouth to force it open. Uh-oh. Grabbing his tongue was difficult, but I didn't mind the challenge. I finally pinched it hard enough to pull it past his teeth. By now, his panic fell from his mouth in wordless noise. Just like Anna. Oh, there it goes. I positioned the blade and slashed it through. A wet scream filled the basement, and blood flowed from his mouth. His dead tongue dangled between my fingers, and I wondered to myself, that was so easy. I thought I'd be squeamish. I expected something inside me to fight this, but there was nothing. He wailed pathetically as blood spurted between his lips and stained his teeth red. I better hurry up if I want to finish this. He's losing a lot of blood. I left him to his choking and went back to the computer. Once again, the video took motion. Video strayed healthily and whole. Oh, healthy and whole. Sorry. Held up his piece of tongue for the camera. I scoffed. Mine was already discarded on the floor. He took his time playing around with Anna. Sorry about the plane. Tears streaked down her face, and after squinting a bit, I could see tears running down his neck too. I felt my mouth twist in disgust. What the hell is wrong with him? I started to feel impatient. A tiny voice in the back of my head wondered if that was what I should be feeling. I ignored it and devoted my full attention to my task. Finally, Video Strade made his next move. He returned to the shallow cut on Anna's belly, and he suddenly plunged his knife inside her gut. Then he pulled it along the already bleeding line like it was a guide. I ignored the audio in her face. I blocked it out and focused my attention like a laser. I watched the motion of his hands. I watched the path the blade took through her flesh. As the struggling weakened, he plunged his thick fingers into the bleeding opening. He pulled a slimy mass of intestines from inside her. My own stomach threatened to flip, but I pushed the sensation down. Clenching my jaw, I continued watching, cataloging his motions exactly. A whimper followed by wet drips behind me reminded me of my focus. I expected him to finish with her, but he moved again. He used his knife to saw off a handful of internal organs from her. Then he held her by the hair and shoved the bloody mass into her mouth. She wasn't struggling anymore. He kept fumbling with the flesh in her mouth. But at that point, it was clear she was passing out. It was over. I closed the video. Then I turned back to Strade, still alive and struggling on the couch. Well, Strade? I approached him until I was looming over his belly. You know what comes next, don't you? A gurgling scream was plenty confirmation for me. I played the video in my mind and followed along. I plunged the knife in just as he did. His screaming continued as I followed the line of blood and cut him open. I leaned down. Do you remember the next part? He coughed, yelled, and shook his head vigorously. Knowing that he'd never say another word without his tongue was satisfying. I shoved my finger inside him, just as he had done. I was shocked at how hot he was inside. Yeah, it's warm in there. Everything was wet, warm, and moving. I couldn't help but laugh. I knew I sounded a little insane, but I didn't care. I grasped a handful of his guts and pulled them out slowly. For a moment, I worried that I wasn't grabbing the right organs. I had no idea what he grabbed, or what was in my hand. But I suppose that detail wouldn't matter as much. The mask threatened to slip from my fingers. So I grab harder and pull it out. It seemed to try to retract back inside him. With a hunk of slimy intestine pulled out far enough to cut, I finally got back to work. Oh, brother. This is really gruesome, but karma's a bitch. I sawed through the mass until I was left with a piece, the right size for his mouth. I looked back up at him and saw he was awake, but his eyes were glossing over. We're not done yet. Open wide. I smashed his innards into his mouth with great relish. He tried to turn his head, but I gripped a handful of his hair and slammed it backward. His mouth opened wide, and I shoved a grisly mass inside. The gristly mass inside. I kept my hand over his switching mouth and watched him struggle to breathe. By now we were both covered in his blood. All the heat, screams, moans, and blood began to fade. His pulse slowed under my fingertips. And then, it stopped. I took a deep breath. I hadn't realized I'd been holding it. I slowly straightened up, and I looked down at his corpse. The quiet hum of his computer was the only sound left. After a moment of thoughts, I spat on him. See you in hell, you piece of shit. Nice. The next moments were spent searching the room and easily finding his keys nearby. I took them to the door of the basement, unlatched the lock on my side, and eventually unlocked the door fully. I emerged into a nauseatingly normal suburban home. I looked and listened for the human fox wren. There was nothing. I assumed he heard what I had done. Maybe he's scared. I scoffed. Well, it's his house now, I guess. I found the door outside, and with no resistance at all, I opened it, and I stepped outside into the cold night air. I wiped the blood off my hands and started limping down the street. Wow. That was a much better lived ending than the other one. I'm glad it actually like worked and it didn't like in some way he busted through the door and still was able to attack me. That was good. I liked that a lot. Definitely deserved. Alright, so now that I did all that, I'm glad I explored that option. I've died 113 times. That's crazy. We are going to be doing the You Belong to Him ending to end off this beautiful game. Right. We're here. Good morning, beautiful. I flinched away from him. I cut my weight with my good hand on the ground. You untied me? That's right, I wanted to have a chat with you. I gulped and tried to wake my brain up to prepare myself for the inevitable torture. Outwardly, I simply nodded at him. Well, the truth is, I was planning to kill you today. I stayed perfectly still as I ran his words through my mind. Was? Well, I'm a very curious person. I have to know how people work. I'm, obsessed. And I've pulled quite a few people apart trying to find out exactly how they work. I usually find out people can be so simple. But you are not simple. I thought you were pretty serious at first. Then you made me laugh. That told me that there was more to you. Something a bit more complicated. On top of that, you were so afraid and gentle. So you tried to attack me. That was such a surprise. So excited. I love many complicated things about you. So you understand I can't kill you yet. I want to keep you around. I could hardly understand what I was hearing. Is this some kind of trick? Anyway, having you on the floor down here won't work anymore. You need food and a bath. So I have an offer for you. I nodded again, slowly, trying not to show how desperate I was for the comfort he promised. I built another collar. It's like Ren's. Ren is my other housemate. You'll meet him soon. Maybe you'll become friends. I tried to smile and nod encouragingly, but I'm sure my fear still showed all over my face. Sorry about the plane. He laughed warmly. I was sure that he could read my emotions like a book. Uh-oh. Then he picked up a thick metal collar. This collar will shock you and kill you if you try to leave the house. I will also shock you if you make any trouble. Do you understand? God. He offered. How would you even get this? Like the other parts? I just don't understand. And if I say no, then I will kill you. Right now. I knew that's what he was going to say, but I still felt like a cinder block pulling me under a river. I looked down at my broken body. I can't fight him anymore. And I can't just die. Okay. Shit. My voice wavered and cracked. I'll do it. Good. He reached out and clicked the collar closed around my neck. Maybe you will learn to love it. Felt heavy and cold. Look forward to our time together. For the rest of your life. You belong to him now. Yeah. Okay. That is every ending, y'all. Let's go. And I was able to earn 14 out of the 20 of my own volition. We were able to get all the endings, but it doesn't mean that our job here is done. Alright. Ren's about to kill me accidentally, guys. We're here. Strade cut through the tape, holding my wrists together. Before I could do or say anything, he pulled me by my wrist. The wrist. Onto the floor. Okay. Then he smashed my wrists together and fastened them with a tie over my head. Ren? Strade gestured to my helpless body on the floor. Go ahead. Ren sighed and approached me. Come on, don't act shy. I gasped. Strade knelt down and yanked my underwear off in front of him. I've seen you with the videos. What? Expected Ren to argue, protest, anything. But he didn't. What the fuck is he talking about? Like... Ugh, you know, forget it. I don't even care. He knelt in front of me and pulled down his sweats. Right. He ignored my protests and pushed my mangled legs apart. Easily. Shut up. Okay. His voice was flat and defeated. I tried to struggle. Strade held me tight. As Ren mounted me, the reality of the situation became clear. Oh, well. We don't really need to do this again. Uh-oh. Okay. He doesn't look so good. Ren, go back upstairs. I tried to stay conscious, but I couldn't. Wait. I didn't do that, did I? The voices continued, but I couldn't understand the words anymore. Oh, brother. Guy. Ay, 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 ay. Yikes. D? I thought I heard 2 sets of footsteps. I expected another swell in the cacophony of pain. But it didn't come. I heard them talking, but I couldn't make out the words through the static. Strade sounded angry. Ren was scared. Their voices seemed to blend together. Then, I left all the noises behind. Wow, okay, now they give it to me. Yikes. Well, that was definitely something. Let's do get Ren to set you free. That one should be difficult. And then there's get Strade to join in, and then there's join Strade on the couch. So we're gonna do all three of these right now. We could also do lying to Strade as well. I mean, I'm here. We're having a good time. Maybe we will do it. This is the achievement where Ren lets us go, apparently. Get Ren to set you free. Let's go! Yeah. Run? Oh, shit. But... Get out of here! Get out of here, go! I don't want to see you anymore! My body was twitching. Suddenly, my knife didn't feel so comforting. Don't let D get out! Kill... Run! My body reacted before my mind could. I flew out of the dark room, ran up the stairs ignoring my injuries. I heard them below, but I didn't stop. I pushed the door at the top of the stairs open and emerged into an alien world, a suburban home so normal, like a dream. I easily spotted the entrance and ran to it. I flung it open and ran into the street. For a split second I thought about Ren, and then I kept running. Now I need to just lie to Strade 4 times. Supposed to lie, another lie, second lie. I backed into the pole behind me, feeling my cold sweat against the metal. You wouldn't be lying to me again, would you? I tried to build a clumsy reply in my dry mouth. Why don't you tell me what you were calling me for? I swallowed a lump of terror back down. Fourth lie, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's pissed. You know, I think I've gotten pretty good at telling when you're lying. You've given me a lot of practice. He squeezed my arm, and I couldn't tell if he was being playful or threatening. Yeah. That's basically it. He just says, "Oh, you lie. You're a little liar." So nothing really like, you know, climactic, but he does say specific stuff. After the second lie, he's like, "Are you sure you're telling the truth?" Or that's basically it. Pretty cute. We're going to do this one right here and then get Strade to join in. These red ones look like they're a separate entity, so I'm probably not even gonna include it in the video, which also it won't be included in any future videos. This is definitely the last video. It's gonna be the longest one probably too. Maybe. So we're gonna do this join Strade on the couch one and then the get Strade to join in one. So back to the beginning we go. This is the part where it becomes three's a crowd. So basically you like have to get him to love you, whatever. Also interact with Ren, I guess. I'm honestly just following the guide, and I'm noticing a little pattern here. So let's see. I did say last time something about multiple holes, but whatever. Let's just do it. I'll try to be gentle, he says. Come on, don't act shy. I gasped as Strade knelt down and yanked my underwear off in front of him. I've seen you with the videos. I expected Ren to argue, protest, anything. Okay, just relax, he says. It's going to happen anyway, so don't bother fighting it. You're right. This is the... Once you're here, you're locked into that. His voice was flat and defeated. I tried to struggle, but Strade held me tight. Okay, we know this part. Duh. Though. Sorry, I got jump scared. Third one. I bet you can feel it, right? Rough hands grabbed my chest, and he slammed into my throat. My entire body convulsed, as if on command. As they climbed the stairs and shut the door, I felt numb and strange. I couldn't seem to fully process what happened. I should be mad, right? I rubbed my thighs together. Parts of me were still tingling. I sighed and leaned against my familiar pole. Okay. Well, that was that, I guess. Very unique, very different, very quirky. So we got our Three's a Crowd. Time to do join Strade on the couch. Alrighty, we're back here. Last time I saved it at here, like at this part, and I used the knife and failed. I ended up just dying. But this time we have a little bit more of a connection with him. So he'll let me join him on the couch this time. I'm gonna use the knife and we're going to fail. No. You really couldn't do it, could you? I trembled in his grip. I couldn't. Okay. I blinked. He suddenly yanked my wrist toward the couch, causing me to topple on top of him. In the next moment, I was squeezed between his body and the back of the couch, held in his arms. How did you manage this? It's a secret, I'll never tell. I was so baffled by my new position that I didn't understand what he meant at first. But of course, he was asking how I escaped the pole. I cut the tape with the knife. How'd you get a knife? I don't know. The warmth and smell of sleep washed over me. I had almost forgotten that what softness felt like. I got the knife earlier and saved it. I was just scared, I wasn't. He squeezed me and chuckled. Clever. My brain was screaming alarm signals, but my nerves and muscles were melting against him. His hands ran along my back, massaging me. So strange. Hard enough to survive this long, but too soft to kill me. I felt his laugh rumble through his whole body. So cute though. I felt my cheeks get hot. Once again, I blinked. Without warning, he shifted his weight and pulled me under him. I want to see you squirm. Okay. My muscles went rigid. I was suddenly aware of how trapped I was between the couch and his body. I want to hear how you sound, too. My heart started pounding. By now I knew exactly what he meant. I wasn't sure I was going to survive this time. Uh-oh. This time? Look at all that— what? Look at all this health! Why? He sat back and pulled my underwear off my shaking legs. I braced myself for his weight and pain, but he moved backwards. What are you doing? What the fuck is he doing? His hands gripped my thighs and he shoved me towards the armrest of the couch. What did Katy Perry say? I'm wide awake. Yeah. The fuck? Anyways, I stared in shock as his face dipped down to my navel. Whoa. Whoa. I didn't think he was capable. I really didn't. Like, I'm being so fucking for real right now. Was not expecting this. That's all. Sorry. It's just, oh, let me just... Num 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 num. I'm sleepy now. Like, what? What? We just pulled up my underwear and laid with me, laughing lightly. The hazy pleasure fogged my mind. I didn't have the energy to be confused anymore. I just let myself sink into him. Despite the warning bells in my head, I started to doze. The warmth and comfort was too much. A different darkness closed around me like a blanket. I guess I can't let you sleep here. That would be irresponsible. He got up lazily and pulled me to my shaking feet beside him. Come on. He pulled me into the main basement with a pointed glance at the pole. A whimper fell out of my lips before I could stop it. I surprised myself at how much I wanted to just stay with him. Somewhere soft. Don't be like that. I nodded. I knew the position I was in, the mercy he was showing. I obediently sat down in front of the pole, and I put my arms behind me ready to be bound. There's a good pet. Woof woof. He retrieved the tape and wrapped it around my wrists, firmly, but not as tight as before. Just rest. I wanted to ask if anything had changed, if I could ever be on that couch with him again, but I bit my tongue. Good night. I couldn't I couldn't push my luck anymore. I heard the door close and the latch click. The door was so cold and hard. My body shivered. I tried to remember the couch. I tossed my shame away and fantasized about it. About him. I didn't even know when I fell asleep. And, that's when we're offered, oh wait, what? Oh, there was last night? What happened? Oh, and on top of that, there was last night. Right. You could have killed me. He could have escaped, but you didn't. You didn't make the logical choice. You just stood there. It's kind of funny. That was such a surprise. I was so excited. I love many complicated things about you. So you understand I can't kill you yet. I want to keep you around. You remember Ren, yes? Yeah. He told me he'd already visited you. He seemed pretty excited when I told him I wanted to keep you. Really? Bring him down here and let him prove it. The fuck? Apparently, I'm not the only one smitten with you. Oh, wow. I tried to smile and nod encouragingly, but I'm sure my fear still showed all over my face. He laughed warmly. I was sure now that he could read my emotions like a book. There's the metal collar. Do I get other choices though? Okay, how do I unlock these choices down here? I accept. Immediately. I'm not a dumb bitch. It's to stay safe, guys. It's nothing else. I have no ulterior motives. Alright, well, I don't have 50 coins, so I'm not gonna start a game with meme lord mode. So yeah, those will be done off camera. And then these little secret ones, I'll read it, like what it is on the Steam page, because they're crazy. There's one called Blue Dream. It says get all 21 endings. Once he brings you down to the basement, and the dialogue box says the cloth in my mouth was pulled away. Create a save. You cannot use a save after this, as this is when it randomizes your dream. Skip forward to the end of night 1, skip past night 0 and day 1, and rest. Reload until you get the dream about the river. This is a 1 in 7 chance of getting it. I love the reference to the river, honestly. I can't, like... I can never, like, be sad or upset about it. Because it's the river. It's Lawrence. This one is called Mercurial. This achievement requires very slim margins since the values shift with every dialogue choice. Make sure to select the correct choice, as one can throw off the values and mess up the rest of the run. I actually don't know what this is like saying. But even the question marks don't even tell you what it is. Like, it's full-on question marks. And the last one is called true neutral. There's multiple ways to do this as long as you balance your personalities. This is what worked for me. Again, this has very slim margins, but make sure you are choosing the correct dialogue choices. So I have no idea what happens. So, last video I said someone told me about naming myself Ren. I did it. So, and I got the dialogue from Strade and Ren, which was pretty cute. But there's also naming myself Strade as well as Lawrence. So, there's that too. And it gives me something special if I obviously introduce myself to Strade and Ren as Lawrence. And then getting the fighter surprise while attempting to go upstairs. And taking too many of the painkillers. We all know about that whole you took too many drugs ending. But yeah, obviously I'm not gonna really do all of that right now. It's already been way too long. So yeah. But that was absolutely amazing. You get to create your own gallery instead of it being like, oh, you have to unlock it yourself, which I actually really like. You know, there's two sides or whatever to it. It's like, oh, I like the fact that now I don't have to work on finding a secret CG or something like that. So, but on the other hand, it's like, oh, I wish it was more organized, but it's whatever. It's more, it's for you. It's for the people. And then the whole using death coins to unlock hints and walkthroughs, dope. Super dope. That was really good. I loved the implementation of more Ren, obviously, because I love him. Like, he's so fucking annoying though. Like, yo, what he's like, oh brother, it's the facial change. He can act like such a victim all he wants, but at the end of the day, come on, nigga, like seriously, he built different. So yeah, there were a lot of laughs. Honestly, this game was hilarious. And it's not like hilarious as in, oh, I'm making fun of it. It's just some of the shit that they be doing be so out of pocket, you just gotta laugh. What did Pinkie Pie say? Like, come on, it's not clocking to you. Whatever, I don't want this to be any longer than it has to be. My grammar goes out the window. It's like 3 a.m. It's 3:30. Anyways, though, I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I really, really liked this. Now, if you guys ever ask me again what my favorite game is, it's probably gonna be this one. Can't wait for future games from Gato Bob. I always get so happy whenever they release anything. It could be anything. I don't care what it is. I'm on board. Where do I sign? If you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, of course, I like what we've appreciate it. And of course, subscribe for more. And with all of that being said, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, my loves. Y'all, we got 3 peen pictures. Let's go! 3!